We had another crazy day today. S&P 500 creating a brand new high of $719.79. There was 5 of the mega stocks that had earnings, and absolutely crazy. We're going to break down every single company, the evaluation, and with the daily charts on the S&P. With that said, let's get in. But before, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So first, let's go to the daily chart. Let's break down the charts over here that we had today. It was pretty weird. Pretty like we had like 3 trends around the chart. The first thing first, we started off with a triangle, a bullish triangle, where the difference between a bullish triangle and a bearish triangle is where the bullishness is when the triangle starts from the bottom and then it ends at the bottom and then it takes off. Versus bearish, it starts at the top and then it finishes at the top and then it takes down. Here you see it starts on the bottom and then it finishes on the bottom, and that's where we climbed all the way up to the next floor until I explain this chart in a second. But we had 5 waves actually today. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then we took off. The max a triangle could ever have is 6 waves. If there's more than 6 waves, that means it's not a triangle. So remember that. The minimum is 4, the max is 6. So remember that very carefully. So we had 5 today, and it came in pretty strong. The market was pretty trending upwards thanks to the companies having strong revenue, strong growth, and strong earnings, positive earnings. And then we had over here a double bottom over here. We have 1 loop over here and then 2 loop over here. On the 5-minute chart, it's a bit more clear actually, where we can break it down. See over here, we're at 1 and then 2, and then we took over here the next floor. So let's go back to the 1-minute chart. Over here, you have a double bottom, and that's where we took all the way up, all the way above. And then towards the end of the market close, there's quite a double top. 1 loop over here, and then 2 over here. And then the time the market closed, I mean, we came a bit down, but it didn't have enough time. After hours, of course, it doesn't matter. The chart pattern finishes, and that's where we take over the next thing. So that's the chart pattern that we had today for the S&P 500. But I want to make it very clear. If you look at the daily charts, the RSI is sitting currently at $74 right over here. You see 70. Sorry, guys, right over here, 74, which is absolutely crazy because it's indicating for a oversold territory. And the past 4 or 5 days, we're having the same exact thing. I mean, over the week, and it's getting crazier and crazier. So people really have to watch out. Although companies having solid earnings and solid growth, the economy is still not the best on strong. So you have to be prepared for the next red day. And when the red days are going to come, it's going to be very bad for us because we're used to green. And hey, we're doing great. The market is going up, new highs, new highs, and new highs. But the unexpected is always what the market likes giving to their customers, right? We as traders are the customers, and the stock market is the business. You understand what I'm saying? So you really have to watch out. You have to look at the RSI. Again, if it's above 70, it's overbought still, no question about it. But again, things might still skyrocket. And whenever it's overbought and oversold, things can go flying up, and then oversold, things can go flying down. But when it rebounds to normal territory, you're really going to have to watch out because we can have a nice U-turn. That's another thing to discuss. Now, going to the VIX. The VIX was pretty low today. Right over here, let's see over this chart, the VIX claimed all the way down to 16.89, which means that the market is not anymore in so much fair territory. If it's above 16, if the VIX is above 16, that means the market is still in fair territory, like getting into fair territory. But if it's below 16, the market is neutral. Since it closed at 16.89, which means we're almost back to neutral territory, which means that people are ignoring the war, what's going on in Iran, where as if nothing happened, there's no peace deal, there's no nothing, whatever it is, right? Nobody's shooting anyway, nothing's happening. But again, what really is happening behind the scenes is that Trump wants to choke their economy, and he's giving them another week and a half or 2 until their economy is so going to collapse that they're going to have to give in to us. But again, they still don't want to make the deal because they want to have nuclear, etc. So you really have to watch out with that as well. Just be prepared. You guys just have to be prepared. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, right? As of now, the market is not trending as much because there's no really trend looking at the S&P 500. I mean, it's creating a small sharp patterns, whatever. So we're just going up and up and up, but the RSI is pushing everything. You know what I mean? And so you have to really focus on that. Problem is they're spending too much money on AI. Last night it went down from 675 all the way down to 621, and then during the day it made a new low of 600, and then it rebounded a bit. This is on the 10-minute chart, just explaining it. That's why. But again, their earnings was pretty good, but they cut a lot of jobs and a lot of employees, right, from the company, and they're spending too much money on AI. So people got scared. And the same thing is with MSFT, Microsoft, right? They also got slammed, but not so much. I mean, only down 30.93% at the end of the day. It closed at 409, but the lowest was actually 398. If you were hedging like on both of the stocks, buying calls and puts in and out, whatever it is, before and then in the afternoon, you could have made a lot of money as well over there. But same story, they're also spending a lot of money still on AI. And Microsoft, the last earnings, if you go to the daily chart, let's go back to the last earnings, where they also got slammed like from 435 all the way down, and then like a half a week later they reached like about 380, 380, 392. So again, you really have to look at the evaluation of the companies as well. That's why people just think, oh, the earnings was great. No, it makes no difference if earnings is great. You have to also listen to that conference call. You have to see what is happening. You have to break down evaluation of the company. As we speak, Apple is having currently earnings now. They beat expectations with like very, very few change, but they're middle of their conference call. I mean, I can't listen to it because I'm recording this video now, but like as I'll be going through it to the preview. But bottom line is things don't look so good with them, so we'll have to break this down tomorrow. Look at this huge red candle as soon as they open up the conference call. They start talking. We'll have to break that down. Let's see how this goes, and we'll keep you updated about this tomorrow. From now, let's go to the next thing. Let's go to Amazon. Also had earnings yesterday where they beat expectations and they were pretty good and they're standing pretty strong, but again, they're spending also too much money on AI, which the stock came all the way crashing down here, but not too much, and they closed up actually in a plus of 0.77%. I mean, it's pretty cool to watch Amazon. And of course, Tesla did not have earnings yesterday, but they are pretty weird the past 2 days, and the reason why is because Elon Musk is in the middle of a court case for like a nice few $1 billion with OpenAI, with a company that they had together with his partner, and he took them to court. So this is going pretty weird. Like in the morning was down, and then in the afternoon went back up, and then it ended up closed up with 2.37%. Yesterday was also a day for itself as well. Every day is another day for itself in Tesla. I mean, but like people, it's not going to be too much volatile as it used to be with $20, $30 points up and down per day now until after the court case comes in, unless if there's really positive news in the stock or really negative news in the stock in general with Tesla or whatever it is with SpaceX, etc. But again, Tesla can have nice chances now to rebound above $400 as well, because like we held support and resistance looking at the daily charts, right? So quite a big chance that we're going to go back, nice rebound up. SNDK actually crushed earnings now, up with 60% more than expected in revenue and 23% in EPS, but the stock had a pretty nice gap down, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it depends also with the conference call also taking place right now, so we'll have to find out more later. We'll give you an update about this tomorrow as well, and look out. Tomorrow, this is also going to be volatile. Apple's going to be volatile tomorrow. SNDK is going to be volatile. All the stocks are going to have earnings with the big stocks are having, but this stock is literally a moonshot going on the past few weeks. Absolutely crazy, insane. People riding this up. But as soon as we have like the one massive red day and then it's time to short sell, you can really cash in. So really watch out. The same thing we had with ticker symbol CAR, Avi's Budget. Look at the stock, absolutely disaster. Look at the daily chart, right? We were all the way up at $847, going all the way down to 180. You could have really made cashing in a lot of money through this. That's why you have to just like, share, and subscribe to follow me for more. I'll let you know when to enter, when to exit, where to enter, where to exit, where to make money, where to short sell, and where to go long, and where to buy calls, where to buy puts, how to become an options trader, how to become profitable, etc. Breaking down the evaluation of the company. You understand what I'm saying? So just look out. Meta is also probably going to have a nice rebound because after all, they did beat expectations, and same thing happened with Tesla, right? Tesla also had pretty much downgrade, and then they climbed back a day. And Meta has a history for, by the way, earnings to go down, and then after that rebounding. So you really have to watch out. Hope you guys all learned a lot from this video. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.